Hi everyone, good morning. I hope you are doing great. Okay, today we are going to start for sorry a discussion about the data migration. What is data migration? Why it is necessary? Anyone have any idea why we required a data migration? Okay, if you don't know, I will try to explain. Okay, data migration is the process of moving data from one location to another location, one format to another format, or one location, one application to another application. Okay. Normally, why data migration is necessary? Reason is why it is required. The reason is if it comes to the different comes to the business scenarios, different companies different ERP systems they are using. Okay, enterprise resource planning systems they are using different ERPs. Okay, SAP also is a one of a ERP, but this is a integrated ERP. Other ERPs are not that much level integrated ERPs. For example, if you take a Tally system or a MFG Pro system or a Oracle system, those systems are not integrated systems. Okay, integrated means we have a financial transactions, we have a process flow of material management and the process flow of SD sales and distribution. Different modules is there, but other than SAP ERPs, it is not integrating the data. Means team they can able to see the only store related transactions and purchase related transactions, but when it comes to the SAP system, they can able to see all the data in a single system. Okay, if you are day to day business activities, your business operations also increased and existing ERP system is not giving the expect outputs as per your business uh, requirement, then you are looking for to implement the new system. Okay, you got identified SAP is a best system for us to implement the to get the business requirements and all the things to achieve the mappings and everything. Okay, then management is taken as a decision to migrate the to implement the SAP system. While implementation are in rollout process, data migration is one of the process. Why we need data migration? Here, if we are transforming the data from source data to a new system, okay, in the source system, your business transaction already recorded old business transaction, that is your real books of accounts. It is got involved vendor invoices, customer invoices, asset related transactions. Okay, different data is got stored in your old system. Now we need to take the old system data and we need to migrate to the HANA system. That is new system. That is the SAP HANA system. Okay, let's take example of HANA system. While migrating HANA systems, we need to consider the source books of accounts data where it is a open transactions, open invoices. We need to be considered. Majorly, we are considering open invoices. Okay, those open invoices we need to be migrated to the target system, that is HANA system. For that reason, we need to perform the migration activities. While performing the migration activities, some key things we need to be considered. Okay, those details will be discussed in our further sessions, further screens. How we are going to do the migration, what is the plan for migration, how it will be taken. Okay, I hope it is clear for everyone. Let's move to the another slide. How to plan a data migration? How we are going to plan the migration activities in your system, in your cycle, in your process. Okay, data migration we have involved three basic steps. Okay, one is extract data, transform data, load data. Okay, For these three steps to achieve the source data into the target system, different process flows is there. Okay, this is the one of the flow I will explain you three or four flows. Okay, how to migrate the source system data to the target system. Okay, if your business operations is a very huge and a very wide level, you are migrating the system means that is more than 10 legal entities, 30 legal entities. If you are migrating the activities, then you need to extract the data first. Okay, means let's take a MFG pro system. Your source system is a MFG pro system, and now you are migrating to the HANA system, SAP FICO system, SAP HANA system. In that case, we need to extract the data from the MFG pro system into the Excel reports. Okay, if you are going to extract the data with Excel, and then we are going to analyze the data. Reason is, which is the data is required for us, those data only we need to consider from the extracted data. We should not consider all the data. Reason is, while migrating the data in your system, we are going to consider maximum 30 to 40 fields data only. We not consider entire old database data we are migrating to the HANA system, a new system. Okay, in that case, which is the data we required as per business requirement, will, okay, we'll consider those data. If very big organizations, this extract data, it will be taken from the third party tool. For example, BODS, that is a one of the tool where they can able to extract the source data into their system, and they will convert us, they will give the PBI reports, Power BI Excel reports. In the Excel reports will be analyzed, and we're going to inform to the BODS consultant which is the data has to be migrated, which is the data should not be migrated. Those details will be considered. Okay, that is extract process. Once we confirm the which data has to be migrated, then they will start the transform the data into the system. Once transformation is completed, then the load status will be updated. Means how much data is got loaded into the system, how many records are got failed, what are the error reasons. Okay, those are the details, it will be comes under load status, load data. Once transform the data, transformation is completed, then we are going to start the load. Transformation means this is one of the staging area in the BODS tool level. Okay, once transformation is completed, they will ask us to give the confirmation. Once we give the confirmation, they will trigger the load and they will give the error details, everything to us. Okay, then we are going to analyze the error data, and then we are going to respond to the business which other transactions are got loaded. Some errors are there, why those errors are impacted, those error explanation we need to provide to the business. Okay, this process will be followed high business scenarios. For example, if you are migrating one legal entity, okay, that is a existing company, existing system is a tally system. In that case, we are going to take the data from the tally system data and analyze, and will explain the process how to fill the data in the SAP required templates. Okay, once we explain to them, they will provide the exact data. Okay, which is the data we require, they will provide us. Then we'll upload the data into the system. Okay, that time there is no transformation data. Wherever third party tools are involved, then transformation will be came into the picture. Other than that, we are directly, which is the data we receive from the business, the directly load from our end. How we are going to load, here also we have a different kind of load procedures will be there. LTMC, that is a updated version of LSNW. Or if you want to use the LSNW, yes, you can able to use it. Or otherwise, if you want to use the upload programs, okay, with the help of developer we can able to create the upload programs. Based on the upload programs we'll load the data. Okay, these many few processes. Okay, if you have third party tools, then you are not going to upload any data. They will upload the data and they will give it us success status and error records, everything they will give it to us. Then we need to analyze the data process, why it is getting error and all the things we are going to analyze from our end. Then the error explanation and everything it will be happen. Okay, and here cleansing, high volume of the data cycle, cleansing also will be there. Cleansing where will be affected means, if migration is process is doing for a SAP ECC system to SAP S4 HANA system, then the cleansing process will came into the picture. What is the cleansing means? We are going to give some instructions to the business users, which kind of data we are going to migrate, which kind of data we are not going to migrate. Okay, those are some cleansing rules will be there. Those cleansing rules I will explain you later of the session while uploading the data into the system in the real system. Then I will explain you what is the cleansing rules, how it will be written. Okay, that's all the cleansing rules I will explain you going further. I hope it is clear for you. If you have any doubts we can discuss now. If you don't have any doubts we'll proceed further. Okay, migration process flow. Here we are going to perform these many process. These are the steps. Overview, how migration will work, procedure, data load process, perform data extraction, data migration methodologies, how do you do data migration, I will approach. Okay, import validate load. IVL means import validate load. Tools to be used to data load data using different approaches. Data analysis after migration into the target system, and introducing the migration upload templates, and the data rehearsals or mock rehearsals or load success statuses. And last point is important key points to remember always for this particular migration process. Okay, this process flows are is applicable for all the point, all the migration objects. Objects means now we are going to discover about the fixed asset accounting process. Fixed asset is a one of the object, and AR open items is one of the object, AP open items is one of the object, like that. Object wise process will be there. Approach is the same, but while analyzing the target systems, while loading the data into the target system, there is a different of processes, different templates will be there. Those needs to be taken care by the consultant. Okay, overview. Efficient and reliable data migration is a key success factor for implementation of SAP solutions. Okay, while after extracting the data, we are going to conduct some workshops, or before extracting the data, we are going to conduct some workshops. A reason is, in that workshops, how migration is going to happen, which are the details we required. Okay, those information we are going to pass into the business users, business core users, who is really working on uh, data. For them we are going to conduct some meetings, workshop meetings, and we are going to explain the point to point which is the data we are going to consider from our side. Okay, in the to migrate the data from to the target system, which are the data is required, those fields field by field. If your business requirement, if you are going to migrate to 30 or more than 30 fields, field by field we are going to explain the process. Okay, and then if they have any question we are going to work on that one accordingly. Based on a business requirement, based on a country specific requirements, the template level modification it will be there. Okay. Indian business cycle, business scenarios for AP open items differently it works. Italy business scenarios it will differently work. It is a German business requirements differently will be there. Okay, in that case, which is the country specific requirements are required, those things modifications will become accordingly in the templates. Okay, those needs to be taken care accordingly. Data migration self-service for the SAP solution enables you perform all migration tasks your own and minimize the conventional issues such as data mapping and transformation. Okay, while here in the workshop itself we are going to map the source business scenarios to target business scenario. Okay, for example, source X is the vendor code, in target it will comes to the Y. Okay, it's not be the same X. Some cases, some specific cases, very rarely it will be used by the, if source the vendor name is a X, in the target system also the vendor name is X. Very few, very few businesses also, very few business scenarios will be like that. Most of the business scenarios, if source system the vendor number is a X, definitely the target system vendor number is Y. Okay, and what is the profit line, means profit center hierarchy, what is the source hierarchy, how, what is the target hierarchy, those mappings, master data mappings, cost center mappings. Cost center is a department level requirement. Okay, the source, what is the department level mapping, those mappings will be there. Those mappings we need to update into the load templates. Okay, to understand the source systems, here we have some examples. MFG Pro source system is a SAP ECC is a source system, Accepta systems, Oracle, and Tally. These are the few systems where I worked on already in the systems. Okay, maybe going further, if your business scenario, whenever you are working the migration scenarios, maybe out of these systems, one of the system maybe you work, or out of these systems, new system will be came into the those systems you worked on accordingly for the source business requirements. Okay, I hope it is clear for you. Don't hesitate to ask any question. If you have any questions, please let us know. If you raise the questions, then only you will get the subject. Okay, I'm going for the next slide. Procedure, preparation phase. If you want to do the data migration, what are the prepare phases level, preparation phase level, what are the activities has to be already done in the system. Prepare data migration activities including configuration, prepare for data migration the first implementation, configuration, prepare for data migration in a change project contains the following initial tasks. Set up user accounts for the migration key users and business configuration, work center, including the data migration point of view, each migration key user. Okay, which is already is, if it is implementation project, user is already the design perspective, which are the details is already required, those details is already provided to the implementation team. Implementation team has to be taken care those inputs, they have to configure the system. Okay, once configuration is completely completed, then migration is going to start. If configuration is not completed fully, then migration will not start. Most of the business scenarios, once migration is configuration is completed, then only migration will be start. Otherwise, it will not start the migration process. Okay, Reason is without configuration, how we are going to migrate the data? It's not possible to migrate the data from our side. Okay, which are the prerequisites are required from the design team? Those needs to be configured in the system. Then only we can able to do the migration activities. And while configuring the system, maybe based on the config requirement, the who is the configuring the consultant, they have some questions they have to conduct with the reach out to the business, and they have to get the clarification, they have to configure it. Okay, and create project schedule for data migration. While while if you want to load the data, we need to create the particular project for data migration. Using the data migration scope planning template, we are going to load the data template. Download the migrate templates that you need. All the legacy data want to migrate with the tool support must be filled with the migration templates. Wherever tools means that is LTMC, LSMW, upload programs. Those are tools. Okay. In these tools, we need to be ready with the templates. Okay. In the initial phase, configuration completed. Okay. Data is received from the business users. Okay, before receiving the data for that month, balance sheet got freeze, trial balance and everything got freeze. Okay, then we are going to consider the data, then we are receiving from the data from the business, then we are going to validate the data. In the parallelly, load templates has to be keep it ready. Once load templates and everything is got ready, particular date, and you have to remember one more thing, migration, it will be loaded the data at month end, at month starting. It should not be in between the month. Okay, means that cut over, that is migration date. For example, every month, for example November 30 or July 31st, okay, August 30. Okay, my month end dates only we need to be consider. Okay, it should not be in between the month November 15th, August 15th, like that. Don't those dates should not be considered. The reason is, while doing the analysis, there will be a data inconsistency. We can't reconcile the 100% data. If you do the month end, we can come to know. Reason is, in between the systems, users are testing the system and they will post the adjustment JVs. Okay, you are not able to identify the data. 100% you can't. You are not able to reconcile the data. Okay, I hope this slide is clear for you. Data load process. This phase contains the major part of migration activities. Each migration activities serves as a starting point of for your tool supported migration. In the migration tool, you perform the following steps. Upload your filled migration templates. Sorry. Here we need to, as per the previous slide, we are prepared for the upload templates. Okay. Then we need to upload the migration templates. System will check the formal consistency from for the source file, which is the file we loaded. Consistency system will be checked. Okay, which are the mappings are missing, those mappings we need to be maintained accordingly. Okay, maybe we are humans, right? There will be some missings in the file. Okay, then system will be identified, system will be throw the errors. Those errors we need to be rectified and keep it ready for that. Okay, it's a validate source file. This step enables to verify the whether migration template was fully corrected. Consistency of the source file and validate the source file. Steps needs to be followed whether migration templates was fully corrected. In a Mark 1 or data rehearsal 1 phase, initial phase of data migration means we have a three different phases level we are going to do the data migration activities. Okay. Now very initial phase, try to check the load templates, load processor is working properly or not. Okay. Forget about the data. Okay. Very initial phase. If data is properly loading into the target system or not, we need to identify it. Once it is properly loading, Okay, if you got any errors, we need to keep it the keep it record for that error records. What is the error, why it has got error. Okay, those error records we need to be rectified into the further marks. Okay, that is mark 2. Okay, then in that mark 2 we need to rectify this all the errors. In mark 2 also we'll get some errors. Those errors we need to be filled and corrected before doing the cutover. Okay, 100% you have to resolve all the errors in cutover. Okay, and point number 3, convert source value into SAP business by design values, which is the values you got received from the source file. Those values you convert into the SAP business design values. During this step, system it automatically propose new target values based on the business configuration of your solutions. Okay, that is, for example, we are discussing about a fixed asset template, right? Fixed asset process. Source, in a source system you have a different asset number. If you load that source number into the target SAP system, new asset number will be recorded, and somewhere in the master data of the fields the whole number also it will be recorded. Those details, in-depth details, will be discussed after this PPT explanation completed. In the system, I will show you how we are going to migrate the system and what are the key parameters we are going to provide it. Okay, where we are going to see the analysis of the data in the system at report perspective and value perspective, how we are going to analyze the data. Okay, those things, those things will be uh, those things will consider it. Okay, for the session. Simulate the data import. This process which is I maintain here, this is a LTMC process. These all the steps will be involved in the LTMC. LTMC we have a stages. Okay. In the stages level, one of the stage is a simulate data import. This steps allows to correct any issues before data writing to the SAP business by design. If you have any errors, okay, it will throw the simulation report itself before loading into the data into the target system. If you corrected, import your legacy data into SAP business by design system. Once we imported, we need to cross check the data. Okay, how much data is got imported, uh, uh, how much data is got migrated your system. Error data we need to be considered, and fixed asset point of view, while doing the reconciliation you have to do the reconciliation by depreciation area wise. Even though if source system there is no depreciation area scenario, while preparing the load templates, as per the we are going in the workshops, we already explained the process. In the target system, area wise the analysis is going to impact, that is a local books or IFRS reported, IFRS level or group level. And one more thing, if you are migrating to the HANA system, it will allow for the multiple depreciation areas to post the real-time transactions. In that case, you have to careful about that. You need to analyze the data at two depreciation areas. Okay, how many depreciation areas your real-time transactions are posting? Those all the depreciation areas transaction wise, the data has to be loaded and it has to be cross checked in the reconciliation things. Okay, check the important data for quality and integrity, acceptance and integration test. For more information, see the configuration, validate the data quality and integrity activity. Okay, after loading the system, you have to validate the entire source system data is migrated to the target system or not. Okay, I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, please let us know. Okay, I will elaborate more. Otherwise, keep wait for some time. I will show in the system how migration will process will work, how templates is got going to prepare in the system, how data is going to load into the system. Okay, I'm going for the next slide. Perform data extraction. Overview. Purpose of this activity: create source file for migration by filling the migration templates with legacy data from your legacy system. Okay, create source files and filling the required data in the legacy templates. Okay, we recommend that you to enter the original legacy values from your legacy system into the migration templates. What is the real book of value in the source system? Same value we are asking to maintain the same migration value in the migration template. In the migration tool, you can easily convert the legacy values to valid business SAP business by design values. Okay, which are the source business real transactions, real book value got affected? Those are we are asking to maintain the template real book value, source real book value into the legacy templates. Source system means legacy. Okay, SAP system means SAP business by design values. That is a target system. You can call as target system also. What are the prerequisites while preparing this one? You have to download the required templates, and you are already familiar with this structure. Means in the workshop we already help in the workshop we already explain the template, and field by field we given an explanation which are the fields we required for that. Okay, those things we already conveyed to them. Okay, and if you are migrating financial accounting data, it must be valid for the same key data. For example, the balance sheet date. Do not migrate multiple migration templates that result from the different key dates, that will cause as a data inconsistency. Before performing the migration, we already I am already given a key inputs. We need to freeze the balance sheet and trial balance. Same data only we are going to migrate into the system. And remember, one file we should not load twice. Okay, that is inconsistency, and the data will not be get reconciled. That is a over data is loaded into the your system. Okay, if you want to load the data in the system, first you need to reverse the existing data. By mistakenly you got some key details got changed in the system. By mistakenly forgot to change the key details, but you loaded the data. First you reverse the loaded data, then you load the key changes, and then you load the fresh data. Then there is no inconsistency in the value perspective. Otherwise it will be purely inconsistency. You are not able to analyze the data, and it is a reconciliation also, it is not possible. Okay, use the structure of the migration templates as a reference when they extract the legacy data from a legacy system. If the structure of the extracted legacy data is like a structure of migration templates, you can minimize the efforts for transferring the legacy data into the templates. We can see the field list in the sheet of migration templates to get the complete overview of each template. In LTMC, sorry, in LTMC, field by field, there is an explanation SAP will give us. Okay, in the reference field. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can able to go through that explanation, or otherwise. Okay, otherwise you can able to reach out our consultant who explained in a workshop. They will give the explanation about field by field once again if you want. Okay, that we need to be taken care. Make sure that if you if required you if required, you can repeat the data extract in the same way. Fill the Make sure that if required, you can repeat the data extraction in the same way. Means whenever the file level modification while extracting the data there is an inconsistency, then they can able to repeat it twice the data in the same way how they are extracted earlier. In the same way they can able to extract the same. Okay, fill the extracted data into in the migration template as is. How we explained earlier, extracted data you need to update into the templates. In general, each line in a migration template represents a single record. Means the migration template we are going to consider the single record for the each line item, and fields are stored on the designated columns. Which are the fields are required, those fields will be designated columns. Okay, field to field mapping in it is happen at workshops. In the same field you have to fill the data. Don't change the structure by adding or deleting or moving columns. Do not change the format of these columns. This makes the template is invalid. Here we are discussing about a LTMC template. For that reason, we are giving instructions to the business. Don't delete any fields. Okay, if you don't want to give that field data, you can hide the field in the file. If you delete the file in the field in the template, that leads to be the